over. Start the year off right and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our New Year's Savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. This deal won't last all winter. Exterior pros and baths. New year, new home, done right.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is teeing off the new year with another can't-miss tournament and 1,000 in cash prizes up for grabs. Hey ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a two-man scramble at the legendary Kapalua Plantation course, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and you must get your round in by January 31st. Your chance to take on Kapalua Plantation course starts today.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
This hour of Unsportsmanlike is brought to you by the Neal Group. John Neal and his team know how to minimize your taxes and keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. nealgroup.net.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
And suddenly the offseason is moving quickly. It is moving fast as we got the news over the weekend that Matt LaFleur is going to be retained. Not only that the Packers are keeping the structure of the organization, working on extensions with Gutekunst and Russ Ball. But now we know officially, Chew, that the Packers are also in the market for a new defensive coordinator, as Jeff Hafley is now the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. So the Dolphins this offseason, Chew, they hire a former Packers executive. Now they hire a former Packers coach. And it's the first time, by the way, that a Packers defensive coordinator has directly become a head coach, where he was hired away from the organization to become a head coach. So Jeff Hafley going to be the man down in Miami. I guess the question, we're all assuming Malik just follows at this point, right? They got the GM from Green Bay. They got the head coach from Green Bay. Might as well just get the quarterback from Green Bay.
To compete? Is Tua gone?
Tua, he can't. And I guess I shouldn't say can't, because I also thought that the Broncos wouldn't be able to move on from Russell Wilson when they did. Now, they would have to eat more money than the Broncos did with Russell. But at the same time, the cap has also gone up, so it might be palatable to do so. But,
who stepped in for him when they benched Tua?
Quinn Ewers.
Oh, Texas. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's the same as Malik.
And this was one of the funniest things. I don't know if it was meant to be a knock. It probably was. But when Ewers was playing quarterback there, they said, well, he doesn't quite have the anticipation yet that Tua does, but it doesn't matter because when he throws the ball, it still arrives at the same time as when Tua threw it.
Yeah.
But
he's not the future. So, yeah, you maybe bring in Malik. And this is what we thought would happen. He'd have a chance to compete for a starting job on a bad team. Miami will be a bad team. I wonder if Hafley chose this just because there is a rebuild going on in Miami, and they'll be more patient with him as opposed to if he went to Tennessee where they quarterback there.
Tennessee quickly found their guy. Yeah, they've got Cam Ward, the first overall pick from a year ago. But Tennessee quickly found their guy after Hafley decided that Miami was for him.
He'll be there 2 years. He'll be there 2 years. Nice regurge. It's just there's a lot of dumb people in this league. A lot of dumb people. The guy was an absolute failure in New York, a year ago, or was it 2 years ago?
He was fired a year and a half because he got fired halfway through the year.
Would you rather go, Gabe? Would you rather go with a guy like that,
mm-hmm.
a regurge, I call it, or someone who's never been a head coach that is done a really, really good job as a coordinator?
I would, if I was a young team like Tennessee, I would take a chance on like a young coordinator. Now, again, it all kind of depends upon your situation, right? Like if let's say you're Baltimore and you're ready to compete. Do you want to take that risk on a young guy who's never been a head coach? Or,
No, because the pieces are in place there.
Yeah.
No, I'm not hiring a Saleh or something like that, but...
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, because to me, there's a difference between Saleh and there's a difference between him and someone like a Kevin Stefanski or even Sean McDermott, who have experienced some success in the league, right? Where it just seemed like Saleh's tenure in New York was an abject disaster.
Yes, but it's just like, okay, McDermott, you had all the pieces, man. You had the roster. Not this year.
Not this year, but previous seasons.
A handful of years ago. And I get why they canned him, because Burrow was out, Mahomes was out. All these guys were out, and they still couldn't get it done. You had your chance. In my guess, because he was there 9 years.
Yes, he was there 9 years.
I mean, is LaFleur going into the same situation as McDermott and Buffalo did last year?
Yeah.
Because his seat was, would you call his seat hot?
I mean, there were whispers around McDermott that you weren't really quite sure. And then, again, as the season progressed, like if let's just say, Chew, for argument's sake, and I know obviously it didn't happen, but let's say Kansas City was a juggernaut again, and Kansas City just rolls through even if they beat Buffalo.
Yeah.
I look at that roster, and maybe it was just me watching that game over the weekend. To me, it wasn't a roster issue, or to me, it wasn't a coaching issue. It was a roster issue for Buffalo this year. This year, not in years past. I think they've had better teams, but they promote their GM, and now Sean McDermott's out there. But as far as LaFleur's concerned, I would say, and I guess this is why, and we didn't really quite get to it yesterday, Chew, but I guess that's why I just didn't really care what the years are, because if 2-3 years from now the Packers still haven't gone to a Super Bowl, he's gone. It doesn't matter.
Gone next year if he has the same kind of year he does this year.
If
it comes back as a 3-year deal though, Gabe.
Well, 3, but it would be 4 total because he still has 1 left. So a 3-year extension would give him 4 total. 4 years would give him 5 total. I don't think LaFleur's agreeing to a deal that is going to have his seat hot going into the season.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, good,
because again, you're looking
all over him next year.
Just look at all these contracts that these coaches have. Like Hafley gets a 5-year deal. Robert Saleh, you were just blasting, he got a 5-year deal. Like, why would you sign up for anything? Why would you sign up for just a 2-year extension?
They probably got 5 years, $7 million, as opposed to 5 years, $15 million. There's a little bit of a difference there. But like you said, it doesn't go against the cap. So what do you really care?
Yeah. What?
I could care about the amount. I could care about the years. All I care about the product on the field and what they're doing. And if they underachieve again, I'm not going to be so nice anymore. That's all I'm saying.
You said that yesterday, and I still don't know what that means.
Josh,
so they didn't get $7 million. They got 10 to 12
Did
minimum.
They? Yeah.
I mean, Ben Johnson got 13. How are those guys going to get like that significantly less? I think that's just like 10 feels like the bare minimum right now.
Yeah, 10's just the going right for a coach. You're hiring a new coach, you got to spend $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you can strike gold. I mean, Seattle did.
Yeah.
There are young coaches. I would even go as far as who's it? Stidham in Indy. I mean, they started off on fire until Daniel
quarterback taking over for Bo Nix. It's Broncos.
It starts with an S.
Yeah,
I guarantee it starts with an S.
His brain got a little jumbled because Stidham was in the
What's
news.
His name?
Steichen.
Oh,
Shane
I was
Steichen.
off by a vowel. Jeez, are we that critical now? You get mad at me for being critical about LaFleur and I miss a name by one vowel and you jump me? What the hell are we doing here, people?
Stidham is Stidham. Steichen is Steichen.
That is damn close.
Ham and hen? Maybe.
Excuse me, Ms. Lady. I think I can help with this Pam situation.
Yeah. Jeez. What were we talking about? Striking gold with a coach.
Striking gold with a coach, yes.
Like, Vrabel, we knew he was a good coach. There were issues in Tennessee with the owner and the GM and all that. That was kind of a train wreck, but we always knew he was a pretty good coach,
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
So is McDermott the same kind of coach? If McDermott went to Baltimore, Will their expectations next year be AFC Championship or Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, I think the expectations in Buffalo and Baltimore, I think, are going to be the same. Like, if you're Baltimore, yeah, the expectation is you're competing for a championship. Buffalo fired McDermott because they want to compete for a championship, right? Mm-hmm. So that ultimately becomes the expectation. Now, what's going to be interesting is ultimately taking a look at the coaching landscape, but Buffalo is probably going to have to take that gamble on a coach who's never been a head coach before. Because guys like Harbaugh, guys like Stefanski, they're already gone.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
that's the disadvantage of firing your coach after the divisional round.
They talk Dable, but Dable, you were as bad as Saleh. But at least you had a quarterback and you didn't use them correctly, and they actually finished the season out with promise, I would say.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing I think that was more damning for Dable this year, and at least Dable made the playoffs, and they won a playoff game in his first year.
Yeah,
with Daniel Jones. But for Daniel Jones to look as bad as he did in New York, and then to look as good as he did, and look, is Daniel Jones a top 10 quarterback? No, but he looked very serviceable. So, like, he went from a guy that nobody wanted to touch and he was the butt of jokes to somebody who was incredibly serviceable for a team that was as hot as anyone in the league in the first half of the season.
Yeah, he was Sam Darnold light.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and I think that's the damning thing for Dable, if that's the guy you ultimately want to hire in Buffalo. But I guess that's a question, Shu, the Packers are probably asking themselves as well, because now they have a defensive coordinator opening, and there's going to be a list of, hey, do you want to take a risk? So we already know the first name that came out, Jordan Schultz from Fox Sports, reporting that Christian Parker is set to interview for the vacant defensive coordinator job. Now, Parker is a former Packers defensive quality coach. His first year in Green Bay was LaFleur's first year back in 2019. And then he left Green Bay and he's worked his way up. He was in Denver as the defensive backs coach, and the last couple of seasons he's been in Philadelphia as the passing game coordinator and D-backs coach. Also interviewed for this job for the Packers 2 years ago when it was open. So Christian Parker is one of those young, up-and-coming coaches. Do you take the risk on him, or do you hire? If Sean McDermott doesn't get a job, would you rather have a Sean McDermott? That's something the Packers are going to have to ask themselves, Chu. What type of coach do they want in that defensive coordinator role?
And there's some good names on there. I mean, there are some bad names, but there's certainly some good, young, up-and-coming names, you know. But it's going to be different. I mean, they got to learn, you know, anytime you're learning a new system. I mean, obviously, I think offense is a little tougher to learn a new system as opposed to defense, but it's going to be different. My guess is that you think Hafley takes Covington with him as the D coordinator?
I'm not sure. I mean, because Covington, he's interviewing all over the place for DC jobs, Chu.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he'll interview for the Packers one. He's set to interview down in Dallas. I'm sure Jeff Hafley would love to have him. He'll have it. I mean, he might be a guy who has his pick, right? Like, no, I'm going to say no to this one because I'm going to get this one.
Who are some of the other names on that list?
So this was a list that...
I'll give you a yes, no, or I don't know.
Okay, so here's a list of 10 names that Matt Schneidman put together.
Okay.
Over at The Athletic. Raheem Morris.
No.
Who is a very close friend of LaFleur.
No. I'm tired of the regurg.
Al Harris.
Give him an interview. He wouldn't be on the tops, but if other guys take jobs in other places, then I'd consider him.
Yeah, I mean, Al has been working his way
up. He's never been a D coordinator.
Nope. So Christian Parker, who we know has never been a D coordinator.
No.
Jim Leonard. He's currently the assistant head coach and defensive pass game coordinator in Denver.
College D coordinator.
Yep.
A soft yes.
That's one. I don't know if Matt lets him back in the building.
Oh, because he's threatened by him?
No, because he turned down the job.
No. Good point.
Didn't really work out for Jimmy because he thought he had it. He thought things were going to work out for him at Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then for 6 games, he was the head coach, and then things did not work out for Jimmy. Zach Orr.
Is that Baltimore?
Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator, yes.
I would consider him.
Packers apparently offered or reportedly offered Orr the DC job before Hafley, but he turned it down because he got promoted in Denver to be the DC there. Or excuse me, in Baltimore to be the DC there.
Yeah, I would consider him strongly.
Denard Wilson, who is the Titans defensive coordinator, he interviewed the last time around as well.
How was their D this year? I mean, not a lot of talent on there, but...
Titans were 28th in scoring defense, 21st in yards allowed per game. But again, like, to me...
No, I know.
Like, those numbers mean nothing. Yeah. Like, Mike McCarthy ran the 32nd ranked team in San Francisco, became the head coach in Green Bay, and won a damn Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes, like, you can be a phenomenal... I mean, you know this, Chew. You used to coach high school football. Like, you could be a tremendous coach. But if the talent sucks, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of smoke and mirrors there.
Only so much you can do. We mentioned DeMarcus Covington, Packers defensive line coach.
No.
Brian Flores.
Yes. He'd be my number one on the list.
See, but he's regurg.
I don't care. He's good. Is he getting head coaching opportunities?
He's getting some head coach. So he's been like interviewing for both head coach and defensive coordinator.
Okay. Josh, you wouldn't want him as a coordinator?
No, I'm just trying to figure out the sliding scale of things you determine regurg. And it's basically if you got fired, that's regurg and it's bad.
Well, if you got fired recently.
Yeah.
Because Flores got fired a while ago.
Right. And was having like issues because he was like a tyrant.
Yeah, the NFL doesn't like to be being sued by their coaches who are still coaching in the league. I understand that.
Because I will say this, I don't see much. I mean, Flores has been fantastic in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But I don't understand how he's not regurg, but Raheem Morris is.
Yes.
Because Raheem Morris, I think, has now proven that, and we've had this conversation before, Chew, like sometimes you get hired one step above what your capabilities are.
Yeah.
And we've seen that a couple of times. I think that's what's happening, by the way, in Tennessee with Robert Saleh. I think Robert Saleh is a good defensive coordinator, but he's getting another crack at being a head coach for whatever reason. Raheem Morris is not a head coach in this league. But I think he has proven time and time again that he is a good defensive coordinator in this league.
I think I'm just influenced by the people down here because they do not like Raheem Morris. They saw that. However many
because he was the head coach.
He was here as the head coach.
Yeah, he was a bad head coach.
Well, I'm just
Brian
giving you an
Flores also
explanation.
was a terrible head coach.
I don't think so. There were things there that weren't right.
He belittled his quarterback.
So sometimes
Constantly.
they need to be belittled. That's the problem with the league today. There's not enough belittling
of quarterbacks.
Anybody.
Sean McDermott.
Yeah.
And then Bobby Babich, who is the Bills defensive coordinator. Also, the Packers had wanted to interview him 2 years ago, but he got a promotion to call plays as the DC in Buffalo, so he ultimately stayed in Buffalo. Packers never interviewed.
And their D was up and down this year. Wasn't great, so no.
Yeah, because they were relying, again, there was no big difference maker on that defense.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Do you want to hire the philosophy or the man?
I feel like the philosophy, especially on defense, is meaning less and less to me. I just want somebody who's going to be able to get guys to be in the right spot. I don't care what your philosophy is, just as long as you can get your guys to undernd that philosophy and get them in the right spot.
Flores is going to blitz.
Yeah, he's aggressive, wants to blitz. Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think he's going to blitz as much in Green Bay.
Well, he can't because the corners are average at best.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
but Chewy, those are the best coaches. What made Bill Belichick so successful in New England was every year he looked at the roster, especially on defense, and went, okay, I have to play defense this way. Not, this is the way we play defense, and this is how we're always going to do it. No, the best coaches are ones that are flexible and can look at the talent and go, here's what we have to do
what you have.
in order to have the most success. And there are way too many coaches that are, no, this is the philosophy, and my philosophy is never wrong, and we're always going to run it this way. How come you can't do this? Well, because he doesn't have that skill set, man.
Yeah. I agree.
So that's what I want. I want somebody who's going to be able to come in and make sure the miscommunications that happened at the end of the Bears game, the first one, where Keyshawn Nixon just, bites on the under route and the guy's wide open in the back of the end zone because when the blitz got home, I want that stuff to stop.
Yeah, I agree.
Whoever can do that, that's who I want. We're going to discuss this more with Jason Wilde as he joins us next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
A bit of a mess on northbound 43 as you're making your way out of the Marquette. We've got an accident at Kilbourne on the right shoulder, and another one blocking the two right lanes at Fond du Lac Avenue. So very heavy ride backing up through the Marquette all the way to about Oklahoma Avenue. We've also got westbound 94 all gummed up. We've got a crash at 35th Street, and it's got 3 lanes blocked right now. So we really only have 1 lane to deal with through that area, and it is a bottleneck. So backups stretching back to the Marquette. Also seeing delays eastbound 94, though they are normal from the Zoo interchange all the way to about Hawley Road. And checking the TMJ4 storm team forecast today, increasing clouds, afternoon snow likely, a high of 17 with a wind chill of 0 to 15 below. Tonight, snow showers, 2 to 4 inches accumulation possible, a low of 14. Weather's brought to you by The Pickler, Menominee Falls. Cold outside? Get moving indoors with free Learn to Play Pickleball every Monday and Saturday. Learn more at thepickler.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners, so they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Start the year moving, not hurting. If your joint pain has been slowing you down, then listen up. There is a way to get real relief without surgery, without downtime, and without putting your life on hold. Dr. Ashley Caravelli and her team at QC Kinetics here in Milwaukee offer regenerative treatments designed to help your body repair the areas causing pain. Knees, hips, shoulders, or back, wherever it hurts. Instead of an invasive operation that takes you out of commission for months, these treatments are done right in the office. You walk in, you walk out, and you get on with your day. No 3 to 6 months recovery. Picture this instead. You're moving better, you're feeling stronger, actually planning the year that you want because you finally took care of that pain the smart way. Game-changing regenerative treatment from QC Kinetics. January is your clean slate, so make it count. Call now for your free consultation at QC Kinetics. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over, but on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Thanks, Ernie. I'm going to Venmo you that money right after the show.
You can't. You don't know how to use Venmo.
Made my workload much less. But Ernie,
you don't know how to
Ernie,
do it, and I don't know
does
how to
it ever?
it. So
yeah.
On 94.5 ESPN. All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Jason Wilde is brought to you by Lakeland Supply. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project? Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Visit extpros.com. Also brought to you by Century Foods. Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
He is our friend. He is our teammate. He is Jason Wilde. He joins us 3 times a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Good morning, Jason.
Hoosiers!
Did you stay up for the whole thing?
I did. You think I was Chewy or something? Yeah, that was wild. I still can't believe they won a national title.
That is crazy after 2 years.
And
good for them, though.
And I think Fernando kind of solidified his role as the number 1 overall pick with that touchdown run as well, Jason, which was unbelievable on 4th and 5. But as far as the Green Bay Packers go, how were you surprised that it happened this fast for Jeff Hafley, that he's one of the first 3 coaches? Now 4 coaches have been hired after Robert Saleh also got hired yesterday. But it seemed like it came together pretty quickly down in Miami for Hafley.
It did, and I do wonder, too, how much his popularity, right? I mean, he had second interviews coming up with a variety of teams, including Tennessee, who I'm guessing they hired Robert Saleh in part because they did not want to be the last dog at the bowl. And so, man, oh, man. I'm eager to see what Jeff Hafley does down there because him and John Eric Sullivan obviously are inheriting a you-know-what show, and there's going to be a lot of work for them to do. But I was thinking about this as I kind of went through that in my brain and thought, well, if you're inheriting kind of a mess, does that give you time to get it right? And new GM, new head coach, guys that have familiarity, they're clearly moving on from Tua. I'm very curious to see what the rebuild looks like for them.
Why do you think he would choose there, Jason, with, like you said, no quarterback when there are teams that were going to give him a second interview that were in a much better position? You think because he wanted to go somewhere where they may be a little more patient?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm hoping I don't know what he'll say at his press conference or when they're doing that down in South Florida, but I was hoping I would talk to him before he left for good. Because he still owes me my Boston.
I was about to say, did he ever get you that BC hoodie?
It's allegedly in his office, so hopefully when they clean out his office, it doesn't get thrown away if I don't see him before he goes. So yeah, you can feel the presence that he has, but you still have to win football games, and in order to do that, you have to have good personnel, and you have to have good assistant coaches. That's true whether your name is Matt LaFleur or Jeff Hafley. And so I'm eager to see what his staff looks like, how many Packers staffers he takes with him. I'm eager to see if they're in the, I don't want to call them sweepstakes, but I'm very curious to see if they pursue Malik Willis in free agency. And then obviously John Eric Sullivan, is from a tree in which he spent a long time under Ted Thompson, spent a long time as Goody's right-hand man. So I'm eager to see how he builds that roster. And by the way, the Packers do play the Dolphins at Lambeau Field next season.
Worth noting. So you mentioned it, Jason. The Packers obviously in the market for a defensive coordinator, and you said, hey, Packers still need good assistants as well. Is that the only coordinator position you think they're going to be hunting for this offseason?
Well, it's the only one that's open right now. How's that for a cop-out answer? I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Here's the problem with the get rid of Rich Bisaccia crowd. As I have, I think, said before, and again, this is not a popular opinion among those that would like to see Rich Bisaccia depart, whether he is escorted from the building or retires or whatever it might be. But LaFleur leans on him a lot, and in that building, he is a really important part of them culturally. Players have just the utmost respect for him. He is great with players. I mean, players love him. And whether or not you love the special teams production, I get it. Again, I hate doing this because I always sound like the Brian Gutekunst hater when I say stuff like this. And I am not. I think he is a very good GM. But just as I have said on multiple occasions that I believe that they are too young heavy and that they would benefit from 3 or 4, maybe 5 guys on their roster that have had a 30th birthday. I also think that their roster building technique from Ted to now is, because they are so young, it causes a trickle down of having a ton of guys who are young and not savvy when it comes to special teams. And this year they had some guys that had stuck around, right? They brought back Christian Welch. They had Bo Melton. They had Zane Anderson. They brought in Nick Neiman, who was really a special teams ace in Houston, and I'm still not sure why the Texans released him. Like, they had some dudes. And of those guys that I just mentioned, all 4 of them were on injured reserve at different times. And so when you do that and you build the roster the way they do, then you have, Jalen Simpson up off the practice squad covering a kickoff, or Shamar Bartholomew up from the practice squad covering a punt and making mistakes. And so I'm not absolving, don't get me wrong. They need a guy who was supposed to save their special teams to be better. But I do think it's also baked into the cake, that kind of special teams inconsistency. And I don't think, as long as they, like, I saw Eric Wilson when we were in Minneapolis for the finale. Like, now he ended up, again, he started a ton of games for them on defense, for the Vikings. And I think he was happy to be back in Minnesota. I think he'd been there before he came to Green Bay. But that's another one of those guys that he would have been an inexpensive guy to re-sign, and the Packers had no interest in bringing him back again. So those types of moves, while they seem very tiny in the grand scheme of trading for Micah Parsons or claiming Trayvon Diggs off waivers, those are the kinds of moves that still matter, especially when you're trying to win a championship.
Jason, I don't know who said it or reported it or commented, but can you explain to me that LaFleur is not on a prove-it-to-me deal? Because he is to me. He is Sean McDermott going into next year for me. What does that mean? It's not a prove-it-to-me deal.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it means that it's long enough in length that it implies that there is some patience and security. If they go, 7-10, and it's not because they've been even more devastated by injury than they were this year, does that mean he still has 2027? Like, again, I don't know enough about what that means, and I don't know enough about the contract, right? But my thought is, if they bottomed out next year with what they've tried to do, and look, I'm not saying they're going to, but let's be honest, They don't have a lot of cap space to work with. They can create some, and they've got some holes in their roster. Like, they got some really, really good players coming off injury, but they are not a team that is ready-made championship caliber with the amount of members of that 2022 draft class that they're going to let walk. They need depth on the defensive line, both at tackle and end. They need to figure out what the hell they're doing on their offensive line. They're not deep at corner. Are they going to keep Trayvon Diggs? Are they going to rework his deal? And let's not forget, it's 5 years ago now that dude was an all-pro. Like, I don't know if the statistics when they picked him up would indicate he was no longer any good. Like, he was basically Jair Alexander, right? Problematic with leadership and not nearly as good as he once was when he was an all-pro. So they need help at corner. They're deep at wide receiver. They've got 3 really good safeties. They know who their quarterback is. They've got a stud tight end coming off injury. They've got a stud pass rusher coming off injury. But there's a lot of work to be done on the roster. So I don't think they're going to bottom out, but maybe that's part of that thought process too. I will say this, and I think this does make sense. It's clearly enough years to imply that. And if that's the case, that also helps you get assistance, right? Because nobody wants to get, like, let's say they end up getting all new coordinators, okay? I'm not saying that's a for sure thing, but it's certainly possible. If you are looking for a job, and Matt LaFleur does what we've all talked about, which is, get some people that aren't just being promoted from within, and maybe they've given him more budget to do that too, right? That was not a question that I've been able to ask Ed Policy yet. But if you're trying to attract really good coordinators, they're going to want to go to a place where they're not worried about, I'll be there for a year and then I might be out of my butt and I'll be looking for a job again. So there's a lot of moving pieces to this, but I know there's a segment of the fan base that think this was not a good idea. I'm eager to see how it plays out and see if they're right.
When do you think we actually get to hear from anybody after these deals are officially and completed? And we're going to hear anybody talk about this from inside the building?
I would certainly hope so. I mean, let's not forget, like the last time they got extensions,
nobody knew.
Literally never announced.
But I feel like you have to this time, and whether
you do, no, you do, Gabe.
Because
and they're going to.
Yeah, you let it be known that they had 2 years left on the deal.
Yeah, and Ed Policy let it be known that he didn't agree with the fact that they didn't announce the extensions. Now, back in 2022 when they got them, yes, they had come off a disappointing playoff loss to the 49ers, but they've been to back-to-back NFC Championship games and then been the number 1 seed. So that was an instance where it should have been, a joyous occasion to announce them, right? This time there are some fans that might not be as joyous. So but they should. I would expect they'll announce them. I would expect, I think they're just waiting until both Russ and Goody's deals are done.
Appreciate the time, Jason. Look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about all of this coming up at Wilde and Tausch starting at 9:00.
Yeah, I'm eager to hear what we have to say, too. All right, guys. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Jason Wilde joins us 3 times a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. We continue to talk about Packers offseason. What's next for the Packers at defensive coordinator? What's next at the other coaching positions? We dive into that next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Northbound 43, we've got two accidents. One at Fond du Lac Avenue that is still blocking traffic. We do have the two right lanes blocked right now. And then in the backups of that at about Kilbourne, we've got the right shoulder blocked with a crash as well. Now, there are people standing outside the car, so please be extra careful going past that. Delays are pretty nasty, though. They're stretching all the way back to the Plainfield curve. On the westbound side of 94, we've got the left lane blocked now at 35th Street with an accident. Now, those delays go right through the Marquette, and they start around 2nd Street, so careful with that. We got eastbound 94 just slowing down, as usual, from the Zoo to Hawley Road, and then a little bit coming out of the Stadium interchange to 35th Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, increasing clouds, afternoon snow likely with a high of 17, wind chills of 0 to 15 below. Tonight, snow showers, 2 to 4 inches of accumulation possible, a low of 14. Weather is brought to you by Safe Plow. When winter hits Wisconsin, Safe Plow keeps driveways and businesses clear with no-tolerance snow removal. They handle the blizzard so you can handle your business. Visit safeplow.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Show. We have enjoyed having Professional Construction Inc. help with our home projects. My husband and I are not the most handy people, but we always rely on PCI when something crops up at our home. And you should do the same. If you've got a remodeling project, a home addition, or maybe you're thinking about building a new home, PCI's team is here for you. And brand new, guys, they've got this virtual interior design program. You take a picture of your place, they can do all of these cool photorealistic renderings, a mood board, a curated shopping list, and it is all delivered directly to you. Learn more at professionalconstructioninc.com. That's professionalconstructioninc.com.
Kick off the new year with a smarter home and bigger savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows to lock in the warmth, durable roofing, eye-catching siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Start the year off right and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our New Year savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. This deal won't last all winter. Exterior Pros and Baths. New year, new home, done right.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Your New Year routine just got a major refresh thanks to Carbless. Staying mindful, Carbless has 0 sugar and 0 carbs. Watching calories? We've got you covered. Still want something bold and delicious? Well, that's our specialty at Carbless. Whether you're out celebrating or settling into post-holiday goals, Carbless keeps things light, fun, and completely guilt-free. Start your 2026 with flavor and no compromise. Celebrate the new year with bold flavor, 0 guilt, and a drink that keeps things light. Happy New Year from Carbless. Let's make your new year feel flawless.
Something exciting is happening at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. On the 2nd floor, you'll find the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, Milwaukee's destination for bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. Start your day with a breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. With flavors and drinks for every mood, the Studio is the perfect place to gather, celebrate, and connect. Be boldly social. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, now on the 2nd floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
If it's gotten to the
I
point,
don't think shower.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're not going to take a shower? You just told me you're offended by your own BO.
No, but I think it's deodorant, Gabe. Showering does nothing. It really doesn't.
You are wrong.
Because
you must be showering wrong.
On 94.5 ESPN.
All right, Chew, so what kind of... We went through the list earlier before we talked with Jason Wilde. What kind of defensive coordinator do you want? Do you want somebody who's got prior experience? Yes, he may be a retread, or do you want to take that risk? I think that's the way to kind of approach this. Because, yeah, we have the list, but, I mean, I don't know if Al Harris is going to be a good defensive coordinator or not.
Yeah.
He seems to be doing a good job rising up in the ranks, right, in the NFL. Did a good job with the Cowboys when he was there. The Bears and their secondary was really good this year with him leading it. But I don't know if he's ready for that next step. Same thing. I mean, Christian Parker seems like he's ready for that next step, but these are guys that don't have coordinator experience.
Obviously, I think Flores would be the top, and then there's a gap because I think he's that good. I want someone a little more aggressive, and say whatever you want about Hafley. He was good. I don't think he was great. I mean, he's got some scars.
Sure.
Right? Mm-hmm. He's got some scars, so I liked him. I liked how he handled things. He was certainly better than Joe Barry, but he wasn't. He was fine. I go back to a couple of these, the Bears game, the playoffs. I didn't think he was very good then. And then you go back to the Baltimore game, I thought he was awful. So, Philadelphia, I don't know the guy's name. They're kind of an aggressive defense.
Yeah, Christian Parker.
He did a hell of a job this past year because their defense was good. It's just their offense was terrible. And then the guy from Baltimore. Those would be my top three.
And Zach Orr.
Yeah.
Baltimore's issue's kind of been their defense the last couple of years, though.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, this last year, their offense was terrible.
Yeah, so was the defense.
Okay.
Defense was not very good.
So who are you looking at? I mean, I just do not want this. Well, he coached here or he played here, so let's give him the job. Never
and I don't think that's the way that LaFleur works. That's not the way he has. I understand that's what the way the fans, and again, because that's what's familiar, right? I've seen that name before. Oh, I saw this guy play. That's who I want. I want Al Harris because he's in the Packers Hall of Fame. He's one of the, he was a great Packer. I get it. I think I want somebody who's got defensive coordinator experience.
Yeah, I agree.
Raheem Morris seems like somebody that I would be interested in. I know that Jim Leonard is another name that a lot of people are going to be interested in. Again, I'm not sure what that relationship is that Joshie alluded to earlier about, okay, is that okay after Jim Leonard reportedly turned down the job a few years back? I'm not sure, right? I don't know how that goes. I could be talked into Sean McDermott, certainly, but I think he's going to end up in a head coaching job. As much as I would love Brian Flores, Chew, I feel like that's the pipe dream. I just can't imagine that actually. Yes, he's a free agent, but I think he's going to explore his head coaching opportunities. And if that doesn't work, I think he just ends up going back to Minnesota.
Let me ask you this: why hasn't Minnesota re-signed him? You think there's a little bit of a rift?
Oh no, I think that they probably want to, Chew, but he also.
He wants out of there?
Well, no, he wants to go on head coaching interviews first and foremost, and obviously he would be able to if he was the defensive coordinator there, but he's somebody who's going to be in high demand.
I know, but you can certainly sign a coach to an extension like you can a player.
Yeah, but I think that he's not going to sign anywhere as a DC until he knows he's not getting a head coaching job.
I tell you what, this Gabe, I would take Brian Flores as a head coach before I'd take Saleh. Saleh sucked in New York. He was terrible. He didn't know how to manage anything.
Either did Brian Flores. Do you remember?
He just sued the league. That's it.
Do you not remember how bad he was in Miami and how much of a dumpster fire that place was?
But I know
players hated him.
Yeah, but nothing wrong with that. Rather have him hate him than love you.
How are we supposed to grade Robert Saleh on Aaron Rodgers taking over the organization and then tanking it?
Well, Rodgers was hurt. He got hurt on the first game of the year.
And then what happened the second year?
Absolutely terrible. Yeah, I don't remember. It doesn't benefit me. So
but again, Flores, and especially if you're Minnesota, you're not going to sign Brian Flores to a contract right now because you're not going to sign him and go, oh yeah, we've got our defensive coordinator, not be interviewing defensive coordinators, and then have him leave to go be a head coach somewhere.
I just this love. You got to hug your players and love them and kiss them and oh, you're hurt. Okay, look, I didn't like Coughlin when I played for him, but he was a hell of a coach, and I loved him off the field. On the field, I didn't love him because he screamed and yelled, but I respected him. And like I said, he was a hell of a coach.
But that was the problem with Flores. He crossed the line from that to this. Players didn't respect him, Chew. Like, and I'm sure there are guys that like yelled at you in the NFL, and you're like, shut up, man. Like, I don't respect it. I'm sure that happened to you in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I'm sure that happened, and that's what Brian Flores was in Miami.
Yeah.
Like again, there is a fine line there. Yeah, if you want to be hard on your players, sure, but also like it's the NFL. You can't lose the respect of your players in your locker room because that's not good for anybody either.
Yeah, but you just sometimes they need a kick in the rear end instead of a kiss on the cheek, and I don't think there's enough of that. Maybe, hey, I can tell you this: Andy doesn't do that in Kansas City. Now, Andy's not a yeller and a screamer, but he has
he's the dad who's disappointed you.
He has the ability to make you feel bad.
Yeah,
about some, there's different styles to coaching. That's why I couldn't coach today. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
and based upon what Coach tells me is that there's a lot of 40 and 50-year-olds that are getting out of coaching because they just can't do it either. It's a different game.
Yeah, it is a different game. And again, I'm just looking for a guy that's going to be able to get them to line up in the right spot. I guess I don't care enough about because I saw this as well, Chew. Like, well, you can't hire Jim Leonard, he runs a 3-4. We're a 4-3 now. I don't care, man. Like, it doesn't.
Yeah, I can tell you.
You're playing nickel and dime 80% of the time. Like, 4-3 versus 3-4 doesn't matter in today's NFL.
I can tell you this, Gabe. I want someone a little more aggressive than Halfley. A little more.
But how? Okay, but
because
I felt
you already
like
know these other defensive ends are average at best. Gary's terrible. And it seemed to me like he's just like, okay, Gary, this is your game. We're going to pick it up, and it never happened. Pressure on the quarter, even though Micah was a one-man band.
Yeah, but that's the dream. Like, the dream is to not have to blitz. That's the dream for a defensive coordinator. Yeah. And when you have Micah, you can blitz less.
But they don't have the personnel not to blitz at all. That's all I'm saying.
You blitz too much, and you expose the back end of your secondary.
No, you do, but I mean, I'm just saying, I like a little more blitz.
Well,
I like a little more rolling the dice.
I think they were last year or 2 years ago, Halfley's first year.
Yeah,
we're kind of in this limbo area where, like, last year, I guess, is still this, whatever. And they were, and I think they again went away from that. And then when they did blitz, it just look to what they did against Chicago on that final play of the regular season game. Or the final play of defense of that regular season game when you had the opportunity.
But that's just
you blitzed.
That's an average corner at best out there.
Yeah, but you still blew the coverage when you blitzed.
At best.
You blew the coverage.
I agree. I agree.
So that's the risk you run. So I guess I don't want to be over aggressive either because I don't know how they significantly improve the secondary in this offseason, Chew.
Yes, I would agree with you as well.
So I don't know if, again, blitz is really the way to go for this team right now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of question marks.
You got Micah.
Take a three. Gabe, the question marks are you bring Dobbs back.
No.
Do you give Lucas Van Ness the fifth-year option?
Maybe they do.
Do you re-sign Ngabare?
Probably not.
Well, then who's going to play D-end?
I mean, so you're going to have Micah, you're going to have LVN, you're going to have Colin Oliver, Baron Sorrell. Like, you've got 4 guys there.
Yeah.
Like, Ngabare's a guy. Like, you can replace Ngabare.
Well, then, if he's a guy, then what is Gary?
Gone.
Salad?
See ya. Adios. Deuces.
That guy should be nicknamed Salad.
You don't even know what that nickname means.
Yes, I do. I explained it to you last time around.
And then admitted that you made it up.
No, I did. Well, I made that up because I asked Frank.
See, now we're getting more details. Now we're getting more details of how things like this come to fruition from you. Are you hungry for bold flavor? Woodman's has the deal you've been waiting for. Going on now through the 25th. This deal is coming to an end. It's been going on just about all month, but you can grab Screamin' Sicilian pizzas, original, thin, crispy, or tavern style. 3 different crusts for just $5.99 each. That's right, more of your favorite pizza loaded with toppings at an unbeatable price. Stock up now. Make every night a pizza night. Only at Woodman's. More toppings to love. That's amore.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th, as we will be hosting our 2nd annual Truth Community Awards, hosted by the legendary Home, Blow, and Bailey Cope. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017truthawards.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks, Gruber, Steinhoffel, Cousin Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. Come celebrate with us on Friday, February 20th at the Truth Community Awards from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Do not miss out on the best community awards event of the year.
Rock a big win this January at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. Don't miss your chance to win a share of $60,000 in prizes every week. Just play with your rewards card for entries. Prize drawings on Thursdays. Plus, your January drawing entries all roll into an even bigger prize drawing in March. Rock on all month long, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Cudahy senior guard Anthony Brooks. Brooks delivered a historic week for the Packers on the court, helping Cudahy earn 2 wins and continue a strong start to the 2025-26 season. In a 110-78 victory over Random Lake, Brooks poured in 54 points, setting both the school record for points in a game and the program's single-game individual scoring record. The 110 points also marked the most scored by Cudahy in a game since the 1969-70 season. He followed up that performance by leading the Packers to a 65-64 win over South Milwaukee, scoring 29 points and hitting 4 clutch free throws late to secure Cudahy's first non-conference win since January of 2023. Congratulations to Anthony Brooks, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Craving that crispy, cheesy, thick Detroit-style pizza? Well, now you got it with Screamin' Sicilian. Screamin' Sicilian delivers the crunch, the gooey cheese pull, and that light, airy crust that you love, all baked in its own pan for those crave-worthy caramelized edges straight from your home oven. You got the cheese, the pepperoni, multi-meat, or supreme. It's like dining out, but without the hefty bill. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian, Detroit-style, thick, crispy, unapologetically screamin'.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Any of those things, because it's like I'm sorry, I'm burping up my apple right there. That's what that was. I wasn't pausing for effect. I literally was burping my apple.
Can we just go to break?
No. On 94.5 ESPN.
A weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend. Tune into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production. Marcus and his son Chris, a 1995 UCLA hoops champ himself, talk about everything happening in the Bucks world and are joined by some of the biggest names in basketball. Plus, they answer your questions as well. Stay on the beat of the Bucks. Find Here District now at bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Bucks had to hold on. Had a big lead, had to hold on in the fourth quarter, but did come away victorious with the MLK Day game in the NBA yesterday in Atlanta. So they were able to defeat the Hawks. Maybe the Bucks can start building some momentum. But I do have a text here on the Car Blues Talking text line from Alan Kohler. Please, please, please create a segment weekly, if possible, with Chewy and Frank. Why don't we ever hear from Frank? Well, that's an easy answer, Al. We can't trust Frank. Not that we can't trust Frank to not show up or provide good content. Chewy has made it clear that if we have Frank on the show, and we've had Frank on the show before, Chew.
Yeah.
Frank's not going to keep it clean.
No, there's an under-over on swears. And I think he hit the over. Which is fine. Very entertaining, though. He's got good stuff.
That's the problem. Josh can only hit the dump button so many times.
I know, but Gabe.
So some of those are sliding through.
Think of what we would have got from him. He was in the executive suite for the Bear-Packer playoff game. That's good stuff.
But here's the thing.
You know?
If Alan Kohler wants Frank on the show, I don't have Frank's number. Joshy, do you have Frank's number?
Nope.
Chew, do you have Frank's number?
I do.
If you want Frank on the show, you got to book him, pal.
I had to recover it after you blew. What's in it for me?
A segment where you don't have to work as hard, and you just got to ask Frank some questions. You get to goof off on the radio and get paid for it with one of your pals.
I mean, come on. I've been doing all the legwork. I got Brett.
Yeah, that worked out.
Years ago. Huh?
that worked out. Worked out for everybody.
Hey, I wanted him back. I thought it'd be great.
He didn't want to come back.
You think? I could have convinced him. For cash. Cash is king in that family. Yeah, I mean, we could see. I mean, the off season is long. We'll see if we can get Frankie Boy on. I don't know if once a week, but he's entertaining. You got to take the good with the bad, Gabe.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's all entertaining. Like, it's all good. But the way to do that would be a digital-only conversation with you and Frank. Like, just literally you two talking and being yourselves. But the problem is you're not going to want to do that.
Oh, yeah, I would. I mean, we'd have to code stuff. We're good at coding.
So so you're telling me you would sign up for doing extra work?
No.
That's what I'm saying. That's what this would be. Because we wouldn't, like, again, having Frank on the air, like the funniest and most entertaining that Frank can be, we'd have to put it on YouTube only. Or podcast only.
No, I don't think so.
Like, that's the only way. Like, that is the highest form of entertainment because of, again, Frank's colorful
That's
language.
all you need to say.
Loose cannon.
Yeah. We love loose cannons.
Again, it's entertaining. I love it. But I don't want to add extra stress to Josh. He's got enough stress wondering if you or Jen's going to say something that you shouldn't.
I mean, it's not really even. I could care less. It's the FCC who could care and will care.
I just snap every now and then. I don't use it casually, just when I get mad. Has Gabe ever been beeped?
It happened the one time, and it was worth it. It was when we were having the conversation around the lieutenant who arrested Brett after a bar fight.
Oh, okay.
Around and people were submitting people were submitting names similar to Lieutenant Richard Cox.
Yeah.
And it was a doctor name that somebody put out there.
Frank's a great guest. You know why? Because a lot of guests we have on, well, I'm only coming on if I get to talk about, this and that.
Oh, if they're promoting something. Yeah, Frank's not promoting anything.
No.
He's not promoting anything.
Yeah. I'll work on it.
Hour 2 starts 2 minutes. Jen, give it to you.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Alrighty, we've got an accident on 175 southbound at Wisconsin Avenue. The right lane is blocked with this, so that's going to tie things up a little bit in the stadium interchange. Then we've still got this accident on, actually no, just got cleared up. The accident at Kilbourne's finally gone. So we do still have pretty hefty delays though. Let's see. Coming out of the Mitchell interchange all the way up through the Marquette, up past North Avenue. So do be prepared for that. On the southbound side, slow ride from Silver Spring all the way down towards Center Street. On the westbound side of 94, backing up from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. More delays right past Moreland Road to Calhoun. Eastbound's backed up from Highway 16 all the way to Barker Road. And then from the Zoo all the way to about 35th Street. One more accident, though, on 41 southbound, right at Capitol Drive. The left lane is blocked. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, increasing clouds, afternoon snow likely, a high of 17 with a wind chill of 0 to 15 below. Tonight, snow showers, 2 to 4 inches accumulation possible, a low of 14. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals.
Brought to you by Matrix Basements.
Marquette pulled off a wild one at Fiserv Forum, beating Providence 105-104 in overtime, thanks to a career night from Nigel James Jr., who dropped in 38 points and dished out 8 assists in a gutsy performance. Head coach Shaka Smart proud of his freshman point guard.
He did just a really good job playing with poise, and it is not easy when you're playing almost 42 minutes. We're asking you to guard, and I just thought he got stronger as the game went on, which is rare for a freshman.
The Golden Eagles improved to 7-13 overall and 2-7 in Big East play, snapping a 3-game skid and getting balanced offense from 5 double-digit scorers. Up next, Marquette hits the road Friday night to face Butler, looking to build on this dramatic win.
This has been the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Matrix Basements. Visit gomarquette.com/matrix to enter to win 4 tickets to National Marquette Day, Saturday, February 7th, when Marquette hosts Butler.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
We're going to get back to some of this Packers talk in a little bit. Head coach, defensive coordinator, all these things going on. But I just have to get something off of my chest. And I want to make sure we get into the show, so I'm going to throw it in right here, Chew. So there have been some rumors that have been swirling and circulating around the Milwaukee Brewers and Freddie Peralta.
I saw that.
And, Freddie's got 1 year left on the deal, $8 million. I have been on the record of saying, hey, man, that's $8 million. And I know there were the rumors out there a month ago, oh, Brewers are a little worried about that payroll. Like, $8 million ain't going to break you. And they're talking about potentially trading him. Look, if he walks in free agency, you're going to get a relatively high comp pick, just like they did for Willie Adames. And your farm system's already one of the best in baseball. Prospects do nothing for me at this point. You need to get real tangible, players that are going to help you in 2026 if this is going to be the case. And one of the rumors I saw, apparently the Dodgers are circling. I swear to God, just out of general principle, you cannot trade Freddie Peralta to the Los Angeles Dodgers. You can't do it. I don't care if it's the best offer. I don't care. Out of general principle, you just cannot do it, Chew. Yeah, they already went out and they overspent. These are illogical actors making players that should not be the highest paid per year in baseball, right? That's what they just did with Kyle Tucker, signing him to an outlandish deal that's going to come out to $120 million per season once the tax bill gets factored in for Kyle Tucker and the Dodgers. You cannot, for the love of all things that is holy, trade that man, Freddie Peralta. If you trade him, can't do it. Can't trade him to the Dodgers.
Yeah. You got to make him overpay. Look, the system's not fair, Gabe. It's we say this all the time. It's just not fair. But if they're going to overpay and give you a boatload that's going to possibly set you up for the future when we really only have them, A, for half a year, or at best the whole year.
But you're already set up for the future, too. Like, how much more prospects do the Brewers need? How many more? They got two guys at shortstop, only one of them that everybody's excited about. Only one of them can play shortstop. They got a bunch of really good pitching prospects. The team is young and ready to win now. Like, why not just hold on to Freddie? I don't care what unless they're, offering me Shohei. Like, there's really nothing that the Dodgers are going to offer that's going to be tangible, that's going to help you out in 2026. Like, you already have one of the best farm systems in baseball, Chew. The future already looks bright. Let's win now. Let's try to win it with him now. And look, you probably won't win it now because the Dodgers are just outlandishly loaded.
Well, then why wouldn't you do it? I mean, look at how good they were in the regular season, and they got to the playoffs, and it's just like the big money teams win. But you still have a shot every year. I'm just like, yeah, Freddie's great. He would be great this year, but getting nothing for him just
But it's not getting nothing. You're still getting a comp pick at the end of the year.
Comp pick. So what? The Dodgers... just because they're loaded, they can retool their roster every year with so much money, get them to grossly overpay for Freddie Peralta, and then I'd probably do it. I mean, because you still have a pretty good – Miz is going to be better, right?
Yep.
The more experience Miz gets, and when he matures, he's going to be real good. You got Woodruff. You got
– I'm not –
Freddie would hurt, but if you can just, bankroll assets, I'm all for it. I know it's the Dodgers.
How many more assets?
But
How many
Gabe,
more
let me
assets
ask
do
you
you
this.
want?
Let me ask you this.
How many more assets do you want just sitting in the minor leagues?
Gabe, what if it was the Kansas City Royals? Then would you do the deal, or is it just because it's the Dodgers?
I wouldn't do the deal first and foremost with anybody because, again, I think Freddie Peralta and his ability to pitch every fifth or sixth day and pitch as consistently as he did, that's an asset. You mentioned Miz. Okay, can he get better? Can he be more consistent? I don't trust Woody to be able to stay healthy. To me, you still need Freddie Peralta on this team. We were excited about the Brewers pitching staff going into the postseason at one point. You're oh man, once you get Woody back, and then Woody gets hurt, and then you don't know what you're getting out of Miz because he's being too inconsistent. And yeah, Freddie, didn't pitch his best in the postseason, but you just need that guy to get you through 162.
I know, but I just have confidence because it's the best front office in all of sports in Wisconsin. I have confidence that they have a plan and they'll get it done. That's right. I think the way baseball's set up, where you got your big money teams and your bottom of the basement teams, I think a deal like this, sometimes you just have to do it, because you do not have the money to go out and get these high priced free agents. So you got to kind of do the Yelich thing or the Jackson Cheerio thing. You got to get them young, give them a nice amount of money, and then lock them up for a while.
But how good does your farm system need to be? We just need to be loaded with the guys there
ammo,
that you're never gonna ammo for what?
You got ammo where if you're feeling good at the trade deadline and you know what, this year feels a little bit different. Let's drop some of those assets and go get a rental player or someone that can get us over the top.
But they already have
that. Get to the World Series. I know, but you can never have enough.
Are they ever going to try to? Are they going to ever try to win now? Is that ever going to be a
last
thing?
year? They did last year, and it wasn't good enough. So that's baseball, though, right?
But just I just don't understand. Keep him. Nobody. None of the deals that I've seen, these proposed trades for Freddie Peralta, feel like a direct kick between the legs to the fan base. If you trade Freddie Peralta for two prospects that might be able to help you in 2027 or 2028, and we're probably never going to have baseball in 2027 on top of it, Chew.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Gabe. You only do it if you break the bank. If it's a nice deal, then no, I'm not doing it. You force them to overpay, which a lot of times they don't have a problem with doing, like I said, because they can reset every year. Brewers can't reset every year when it comes to free agency. They can't fill holes. They got to go to the farm system. So I'm like, if baseball isn't going to change, and I don't know what the salary cap would do anyways, it's just you got to stockpile assets,
Well, again, a salary cap would level the playing field because the thing about a salary cap is there's also a floor. Right? Like there's no, this is the maximum. No, with a maximum you can spend, there's always a minimum. And that would, raise up and maybe make the Brewers pay a little bit more, or actually give them a chance at keeping some of these players that they consistently have to trade away.
Yeah.
And
I'm only saying if you break the bank, Gabe, because there's a chance you may trade him at the trade deadline anyways, and you're not going to get as much then, I wouldn't think, as you would now.
Yeah, look, that's what I'm saying. Like, hold on to him. You could trade him at the deadline. Again, at the very least, you're getting a top 40 pick for him when he walks away in free agency. Like, the farm system's already pretty stockpiled and loaded, and your major league roster is already pretty full of young players, right? Like, you're kind of blocking pathways for guys right now. So why not just keep him?
Josh, what are you thinking?
I'm long past the trading assets thing to acquire more, because it seems like a continual kicking the can down the road for never an eventual actually going for it. I don't think you could consider last season of going for it. Your salary decreased year over year. It looks like it's going to decrease yet again. And I can see the argument for, because if we remember, the William Contreras was via the Corbin Burns trade, and I'm sure the team could spin it into, if we acquire this, it gives us more to go out and actually add players that are useful in the now and in the future. But I don't view it that way. I view it as mostly we are going to continue to give you. We are going to use acquiring younger assets for this building of a future that's never actually going to come to fruition.
Why would the Dodgers give you something that's going to be useful to you in 2026?
Right.
Because they're also trying to win in 2026.
Yes.
Like, the only way I would consider trading Freddie is if I could get a power bat in return. Like, one that I know I can plug into the middle of this lineup in the 5 spot, and he's going to hit 30 home runs this year.
Yeah.
If the Dodgers have a guy that's like that, they ain't going to trade him.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you get those assets that they're giving you at the trade deadline, you could put a package together and go out and get that guy.
Yeah, but they already have that. They already have those guys. Like, how many more do you need in the farm system? Right? It's the same. Honestly, Chew, it feels like the Packers. Like, how much do you need in that bank? Like, how much do you need in your rainy day fund that's not going to an owner, right? But it's the same thing with the Brewers, except the Brewers is you've got a plethora of prospects. How many more prospects do I need? No, I need guys that can contribute right now. I need coaches, so I want the Packers to spend that money on the coaches.
They're like the Blammer. They're like the Blammer. You don't have a ton in the bank, but I got a lot of corn. I've got a lot of corn, and I can barter with corn.
And you know what I don't need?
You can never have enough corn.
You know what I mean? I don't need more corn. I don't need more corn. You keep your corn.
You need more currency.
You keep your corn.
Not in the bank, in the farm fields, Gabe.
I keep seeing these Freddie Peralta trades, and I just keep getting more and more frustrated with everything that I see with it. I hope not. I hope he's here, and I hope the Brewers can make a run for it. But yeah, I'm just sick of.
Swear one time, we'll close the gap. Just let it go, Gabe.
Hey,
It'll get us that much closer to Frank.
It feels less genuine when you tell me to do it, right? Like it doesn't come off as natural.
No.
Do you have stuff for power rankings? Are you ready to do power rankings?
I got maybe the best list I've ever come up with.
Okay, we are going to do power rankings with Chew coming up next. But if you're always tired and you're waking up feeling exhausted and you're tired of that, just like I'm tired of some of the stuff I was just talking about, if your dad bod's starting to weigh on you, you find it harder to get excited about basically anything. If your energy, focus, and drive aren't what they used to be, it might not be that you're just getting older. And I know that's an excuse that a lot of us use. That's what I used before I started working with Mentality. But there's a good chance your hormones and metabolism are out of balance. So this year, let's get back to the old you. Remember that guy? Sharp at work, full of energy, fun, the one people enjoyed being around, and that's where our friends at Mentality come in. Mentality, it's not this macho, low-T bro clinic. No, they're human-centered, and their mission is to figure out what's really going on with you and your body and your brain. Mentality starts by listening. They run real labs, explain your results in plain English, then build a personalized, science-backed plan using hormone therapy and FDA-approved peptide treatments to help get your brain and your body back on track. That's what they've done for me. And I love the customized part of this. They want to make sure that you feel the way that you should feel. So stop telling yourself and everybody around you that you're fine. Right now, all new patient labs will be covered in your treatment plan. That's a savings of $250 right out of the gate. Reclaim the old you, the younger you. Contact our friends at Mentality.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
We've got an accident on 175 southbound at Wisconsin Avenue. The right lane is blocked with this, so that's going to tie things up a little bit in the stadium interchange. Then we've still got this accident on, just got cleared up. The accident at Kilbourne's finally gone. So we do still have pretty hefty delays, though. Let's see. Coming out of the Mitchell interchange all the way up through the Marquette, up past North Avenue. So do be prepared for that. On the southbound side, slow ride from Silver Spring all the way down towards Center Street. On the westbound side of 94, backing up from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. More delays right past Moreland Road to Calhoun. Eastbound's backed up from Highway 16 all the way to Barker Road. And then from the Zoo all the way to about 35th Street. One more accident, though, on 41 southbound, right at Capitol Drive. The left lane is blocked. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, increasing clouds, afternoon snow likely, a high of 17 with a wind chill of 0 to 15 below. Tonight, snow showers, 2 to 4 inches accumulation possible, a low of 14. Weather's brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
So the body knows that it needs to heal itself, but it doesn't know how to concentrate it and target it into just one area. So that's where we come in.
By we, Dr. Ashley Caravelli means the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, QC Kinetics.
We put in those treatments, then it sends out like little signalers to your body. We're able to make the body focus on the areas that need the most healing.
QC Kinetics has gathered brilliant medical minds like Dr. Caravelli and Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, a pioneer in the field of regenerative medicine, to lead the way in these innovative pain treatments.
So at QC Kinetics, we have a whole team working nationwide with cutting-edge research to reach our patients and treat them and know that surgery is no longer their only option.
The consultation is free. Find out if you're a candidate. Call QC Kinetics today.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Did you know Professional Construction Inc. has an in-house team of interior designers? We're excited to bring our expertise to you with our brand new virtual interior design program. Maybe you're not ready for a full construction project, but you are ready to refresh that outdated room. Our PCI design team creates stunning photorealistic renderings, a mood board, and a curated shopping list, all delivered to you in just days.
For all your construction and design needs,
visit professionalconstructioninc.com.
Make your next activation or event a slam dunk with Captivate Exhibits, your leader in transforming spaces and creating brand experiences that truly stand out and connect. If you can dream it, Captivate can design it, build it, and activate it. From trade shows and events to enhancing interior spaces like your lobby, history wall, or break room, Captivate Exhibits turns ideas into highlight reels. With over 32 years of award-winning experience, Captivate delivers every time, always beating the buzzer. Get started with your next big idea today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Here, you can just save yourself so much time by going, okay, we like this guy, this guy, this guy. Let's take a look at all the different things he did at the Combine. I just hit my phone, and now my hand is just tingling.
No,
What's with you two today? Jesus. Do you know how to function?
I just like...
On 94.5 ESPN.
Before we get to power rankings, Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network has another name, as the Packers have requested to interview Vikings pass game coordinator, defensive back coach Durante Jones. Jones is also interviewed in person for the Cowboys and Jets. Giants also requested for him to potentially be their defensive coordinator. So that's two names we now have on the list for Packers' potential defensive coordinators. Let's get to power rankings.
The top 8 at 8.
Name something that follows the word pork. You pie. Huh?
One category.
Name something people take with them to the beach. Turkey.
The top 8 answers.
The first thing you buy in a supermarket. Turkey.
The top 8 at 8.
A food often stuffed. Turkey.
The top 8 at 8 on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Name Popeye's favorite food.
Chicken.
Show me chicken.
The top 8 at 8 on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Okay, I got a good list here.
Okay, it's different open, but
It took us all a long time to figure out that was the wrong open.
What was that? Was that Gabe's deal on Thursday?
Yes, that was the top 8.
It's all the same. It's off-season rules.
Okay.
It's not typical power ranking rules, which I like a little better. But this is a little tougher list than I thought it would be. So I'm going to give you guys 4 mulligans to get 7.
Okay. And the category
and the list is, with 2025 in the books, I want you to give me the top 10 teams when it comes to attendance this year in the NFL. We have to do an average, though, because some teams have 8 home games and some had 9.
Yeah, the 17 games. Okay.
So you got 4 mulligans to get 7.
All right, so,
okay?
I mean...
Jerry's World comes to mind.
Yeah, because it's just such a huge stadium. Yeah, so Dallas.
You have just used a mulligan.
Wow. Dallas not in the top. Wow.
You have just used a mully.
Well, is Lambeau on the list?
Yeah,
and
I would
by
say
the way,
Green Bay.
they were 21st.
Cowboys. What was the number?
I don't know. They stopped at 17 for some reason. I'm just telling you.
We'll go with Lambeau.
Your Green Bay Packers are number 1 with an average of 77,848.
Okay. Man. Jeez, man. This. Buffalo's building a new stadium because it's not big, but people go.
I'm also trying to think of good teams.
Yeah.
And stadium size as well. Like Denver was one that came to mind.
Yeah, Denver's a good one. Denver
is number 2 at 75,256.
The one I'm going to rule out is Seahawks, because isn't that known for being small?
Yeah, it's kind of small, but it's intimate, and it kind of keeps it. See, that's what I worry about, Buffalo as well. I think Buffalo's too small.
Yeah, I guess I don't know well enough.
I'm assuming that's part of the reason they would want to build a new stadium, because this was the last year of the old stadium. MetLife is big, but both those teams stink.
I was about to say, is the Jets part of it?
Jets or Giants? I feel like the Giants have a better chance than the Jets.
I don't know. It's hard for me to differentiate.
They're so bad. I feel like there's more Giants fans than Jets fans. We got them. Let's go with Giants.
Giants?
Yes.
Hold on.
The
Giants, you just used your second mulligan. The Giants are 29th on the list.
Yeesh.
What about KC?
The Kansas City Chiefs are number 3 with an average of 73,460.
New stadium and good team, San Francisco.
Yeah.
San Francisco
Chewy's wine and cheese fans.
is number 7 with an average of 71,177.
Now I'm starting, now I'm looking at also new stadiums, too.
Yeah, new stadiums. Well, so Los Angeles, I mean, are people going to Vegas? Like, even though the Raiders are bad, but people are in Vegas, so they just go because it's an event?
I'd pick Rams before I picked.
I feel like those stadiums are small, though.
I don't know, because they use them for concert venues, and the Rams were so good.
Yeah, the Rams sound good.
You just used your third mully. The Rams are 25th on the list.
I mean, people had to be going to Lions games, right? Ford Field's big enough.
I am in your guys' head so bad right now. So bad. You've got 4.
Yep, we need 3 more.
You got Green Bay, Denver, Kansas City, and San Fran.
Was Atlanta good enough to put enough people in Mercedes-Benz? Because, I mean, that's like a host of massive things all the time.
I mean, the expectations were high going into the season, but I don't know if that waned as the year went along, and they were clearly a disappointment.
Weren't they technically in the playoff race until late?
Technically, yes, because the division was so bad.
Yeah. Let's do Atlanta.
Oh, okay, Falcons.
Hot Atlanta is number 9 with an average of 70,559. Or 599, sorry. You're halfway there. You only need 2 more. And you got 1 mully left. So choose wisely.
I'm thinking we got to go Jets.
Houston?
I'm saying Jets.
The Jets, Jets are number 4.
What?
With an average of 73,360. You need
Jets
1 more, and
insane.
you got 1 mully.
Okay, so it all comes down to that. Okay, so teams that I would put on the short list, Houston was pretty good this year, especially as the season went along.
I know nothing about where they play. Couldn't tell you the slightest.
I mean, Arizona's out. I'm trying to think who else. Like the Chargers, no.
They famously don't have any fans.
Yeah. Like even the people from San Diego are ticked off.
Right. Are we overthinking it? We just got to go Buffalo?
Yeah, let's just go Buffalo. People are crazy out there.
A.O. Brian D is number 8. 70,877. All right, you reached your quota. You want to keep it going here? You got 3 left.
I don't know enough about where Philly plays.
The Link?
Like, I don't know the general size of that.
Yeah.
They were out. They were in the playoffs.
No, they won the division. First team that won
true.
that division back-to-back years.
I don't know.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
Philly?
Yeah.
That's your last mully.
All right, well, good. Well, it doesn't matter because we already won.
Philly is 12, so you got Green Bay, you got Denver, you got Kansas City, you got the Jets.
Jets is crazy.
Number 5, Carolina.
Oh, wow.
72,417.
Not really.
No, that's an old stadium. 6, the Los Angeles Chargers.
Whoa.
What?
71,559.
Don't the Chargers and Rams play in the same stadium?
Yeah, but they're different fan bases.
Same thing with...
It's like Jets and
And you
Giants.
mean to tell me the Chargers got more than the Rams?
Yeah.
Huh.
The Rams were 25th.
I guess Rams are the new guy in town.
So you got San Fran, you got Buffalo, you got Atlanta, and then number 10 was Baltimore. 70,294.
That checks out.
So, great list by me. You're welcome.
Man, the Chargers being that far ahead of the Rams is wild.
That and the Jets, the difference between who were terrible.
Well, again,
the difference between the Jets and Giants.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Yeah,
I don't know.
And again, my assumption was just wrong. I just always assume like there's more Yankees fans than Mets fans. There's more Giants fans than Jets fans.
Is it a proximity thing?
No, it's the same state. I guess like
are Jets fans more heavily based in where,
like Jersey? And,
yeah,
maybe
that would be my best guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Chicago, I mean, after the year they had, that's pretty weak. They were 18.
Well, Well, again, I don't think that stadium's very big, Chew. I think that's part of the.
It'd be interesting
part of them wanting to build a new one.
If you could see the list based on like overall capacity.
Yeah, like percentage of capacity.
Yeah.
I mean, you think that's capacity for Green Bay? Those are all sellouts?
Those are all sellouts, yeah.
848?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we'd know if the Packers stopped selling out games.
That would it would be a giant story.
Yeah.
Now, again, like sellout is just such a weird thing because I've seen that number get as high as like 80,000,
Right.
you know? So, like, what technically constitutes
Is there a standing
a sellout?
room? And do those count for attendance? The standing room only?
Yes. But again, yeah, the attendance figures can kind of get away. Yeah, I don't know if there is standing room only at Lambeau, though. I honestly do not know.
How about Dallas, though? That was a shock, too, huh?
Yeah, I just
21?
assume that place is just so giant.
And because it's like almost like a destination half the time for people to go. Like for traveling fans.
Yeah.
I guess they were that bad all year that the faithful stopped showing up. And they were sort of that hopeless after the Micah thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so, Chewy, did you get this list off of ESPN.com?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, why do you got to take it there?
Well, no, it's because this is not your fault. This is an ESPN.com thing.
Okay.
So the Packers, with 8 home games, had 622,000 plus fans, right? And they were number one on average. So for whatever reason, they didn't average out Dallas, who had
I know
they had 700. They had over 120,000 more fans than the Packers. But they just didn't put the average on the list. Dallas would have been on the list. Yeah,
I like my list better. Let's just leave it alone.
Wait, it's the same list.
Huh?
No, again, Chewy, it's not your fault. Like, I don't know why ESPN.com didn't average all of these out. It's pretty simple.
Sounds like it's my fault, Josh. It's kind of feeling like it's my fault a little bit.
I don't know if I can hold it against you for not realizing the rest of the list wasn't completed accurately.
Is that because I'm
Because now I'm starting to think the Giants should be on it. Are they not averaged in?
So the Giants are not,
638.
and they had more than the Packers. Yes.
Yeah. So okay, here we go. Yeah.
There's always got to be something, right, Gabe?
Yeah.
Always has to be. You couldn't just walk away and be like, "Good list, Chew, way to go."
The Rams actually had more than the Chargers.
All right, you just kissed Frank goodbye. Okay?
Again, this is not your fault. I don't know why ESPN
kissed them
it's not like
because it feels like my fault.
It's not your fault at all. Again, you would think by going to ESPN.com, you would be able to find accurate attendance figures. ESPN.com should be able to provide that to you.
Yeah.
This isn't like a random website that you find some of this information that you typically do on. This is 100% not your fault. This is ESPN.com and Disney and Mickey Mouse letting you down, Chew. It's not your fault.
All right. Still doesn't make me feel better. I appreciate it.
I tried.
The list I'm looking at goes Cowboys,
Let's stop
Broncos,
looking at lists. How's
Chiefs,
that?
Jets, Giants, Bills, Texans, Ravens, Packers, Chargers, Steelers. And that's
You guys are
total
buttholes.
home
That's what you are.
attendance for each of those.
When is Jen coming back?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Good.
The Cowboys have like 100,000 more fans than the second place.
Yeah. And they had 8 games. Okay, that's again, not on you, Chew. That's not a you problem. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I feel like Robin Williams in Good Will Hunting. From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucs game. 6 minutes, no more, no less. It's Bucs in 6 on the Bucs Plus Audio Network. If you missed any of the game or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucs in 6 provides game recaps every morning after. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis or those big blocks from Miles Turner, and catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. It's Bucs in 6 on the Bucs Plus Audio Network. Find it now, bucs.com/plus, or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Well, we've got issues for sure. Northbound on 43 is backing up, basically out of the Marquette all the way up past North Avenue. Southbound from Silver Spring down past Capitol to Center Street. We've got northbound 4394 also heavy right around the Plainfield curve up to about Lincoln. Southbound 175 crash blocking the right lane at Wisconsin Avenue. Eastbound 94 at 68th Street, one off on the left shoulder, and that's got backups all the way back into the zoo. We've also got a crash on southbound 41 at Capitol Drive blocking the left lane. Also have a crash on Highway 16 eastbound right before Capitol Drive. I'm seeing delays stretching all the way back almost to Young Bluth Road, so be careful with that one. I don't exactly have eyes on it, but yeah, definitely want to see everybody slowing down through that area and being extra careful. One more crash on northbound 43, the Rock Freeway, right at the Hale interchange. The right lane is blocked on the ramp to get onto northbound 894. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, increasing clouds, afternoon snow likely, a high of 17 with a wind chill of 0 to 15 below. Tonight, snow showers, 2 to 4 inches accumulation possible, low of 14. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another two-man scramble tournament is underway. Play the Kapalua Plantation course for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by January 31st. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build-your-own plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of the home runs, or the eruptions of walk-off wins. Brewers mini plans have you covered for the 2026 season with specially discounted ticket rates and more exclusive perks in each plan. Check out all the mini plan options available for 2026 now at brewers.com/ticket plans.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment, a pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Smalls here. Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, they've seen it all. And they're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Come on, guys, let's think about this. Could you do 50 straight days of burgers?
That was very condescending. I just
No,
want to be
no,
clear
that's
on
not.
the tone.
Let's put our heads together.
Again, I have children. I know condescending when I hear it.
Come on,
on 94.5 ESPN.
Josh DiMaggio here from Milwaukee Weight Loss. The Milwaukee Weight Loss program has been able to change the lives of thousands of people with the incredible Metabolic Reset program. We know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day with no exercise and no prepackaged meals, no counting points or calories, no drugs, no surgery, and no injections with the risk of serious side effects. There's no better time than now to give yourself the gift of a new you in the new year. Schedule your free consultation now by visiting MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. I'm starting 2026 off right with Milwaukee Weight Loss. Their team has been amazing through the consultation process and even created a customized plan to fit me and my goals. It's a secret to losing 1 pound of fat every day, and many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. Call for your free weight loss consultation at 262-235-3980. That's 262-235-3980 or online at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
We kind of hinted at this earlier in the show, big guy, but kind of talking about, we had brought up Sean McDermott. Maybe he ultimately becomes somebody who is a candidate for the Packers defensive coordinator opening if he doesn't get a head coaching job. And I don't think that the Packers are going to necessarily hire a defensive coordinator by the end of the week. I think they're going to take their time, kind of see how that head coaching market plays out. But the ultimate question does become, even though we don't know what the numbers are, we can estimate it's around $15 million. We don't know what the years are. We can go with Rob and say 3-year extension, so he's got 4 total left on his deal. But what is the actual timeline for Matt LaFleur? And is it get to a Super Bowl or is it win a Super Bowl? Let's say the Packers go to the Super Bowl but lose to an AFC team, pick one, whatever one you want, and then this time next year. Is that good enough? Like, okay, yep, we definitely have our guy.
Yeah.
Like that kind of eases some of the heat off.
I would take.
Uh-oh. I think we lost him.
Yeah, we definitely lost him. And he never realizes it, so he's just like sitting there talking on the...
Yeah, it's always the same thing. I think he might be able to hear us. I think it's dawning on him right now. I'll send him a text here, Gabe.
Okay, we'll figure it out. But again, and that's why I haven't... I know Chewy was, it can't be a 5-year extension. And actually, the only way it's a 5-year extension is if the Packers actually accomplish the goals they want to. And he probably has, realistically, 2 or 3 years, depending upon how those first 2 years go, to try to get this team to where they want to go.
I
think that ultimately ends up being the big thing. Yeah, we got you, big guy.
No, you guys didn't hear. I cut out.
You cut out.
I was just saying that I think next year a playoff win would be good. This roster is going to be different next year, Gabe.
It's not going to be dramatically different, though.
Oh, well, yeah, it will be. Look. You guys love Morgan. I don't love Morgan. I hope he does the job.
He's already, Chewy, I'm telling you this right now, he's already better than Rashid.
Say whatever you want. I could show you some film that might change your mind. Say what you want about Dobbs. Dobbs will be, if they don't bring him back, that's a loss, even though I think it'll give the other guys ability to grow. They have to figure out the offensive line. Elton's gone. What are you going to do at center?
But if they bring back Sean Ryan,
the defensive side.
But if they bring back Sean Ryan, you're just looking at depth on that offensive line, Chew.
If they bring him back,
yeah,
and you still need depth. Defensive side, we all assume Gary's gone. What are they going to do with Ingabare? Are you going to just roll it back with Lucas Van Ness, who is kind of undecided right now? You have Quay Walker. You bringing him back?
Probably not.
Are you going to roll it back next year and say Hobbs had an off year, and he'll be better next year? There's still some question marks. How many? I saw that. Well, they have Ritter on the team. They'll probably roll with him as the backup next year.
We'll see. The backup quarterback I think is still to be determined.
I don't think they're going to stray away from trying to draft one.
Yeah,
and find sort of a Lake Value guy that can blossom.
I think it's if they can find an upgrade from Ritter, I think they certainly will take that avenue.
And then you have I don't care what you guys say. It's still a little bit of a question mark. How effective will Tucker Kraft be next year with a year removed from an ACL, and the same for Micah Parsons? There are no guarantees. We all like to think that they're going to.
No, but I mean, it's more likely than not that they will be just fine. More likely than not.
You got no first-round pick.
Who cares? It's not like they've used their first-round pick wisely.
But I'm just saying, I mean, there's some unknowns next year. And if you ask me today, without seeing the schedule, what's the record going to be next year? I have no idea. I don't think it's going to be terrible, but I don't think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I mean, you got to wait and see how before you start making. I know you love playing the schedule game. But you got to see what the draft looks like. You got to see what free agency looks like. Because I'll tell you what, we get caught up into the Packers' problems and issues. Like, there are teams that have these issues. The Bears right now have negative cap space. Their lone good defensive player who stood out all year long, and Kevin Byard, is a free agent.
Yeah.
Like, they have salary cap issues, and they've got a quarterback, on a rookie deal, Chew.
Green Bay has issues, too.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody does.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't. I really don't care if the Packers have salary cap issues right now.
I would caution you to go look at what Howie Roseman said at his end of the season presser, because he said, once you go for it like this, you can't keep all these guys around. Basically, warning his fan base, like, hey, some of these guys you really like and are probably really important, we just can't keep them. We just can't afford it.
Yeah,
they pushed so much money forward.
Yeah, their next 2-3 years are troublesome. If Jalen Hurts doesn't work out, they're in big, big trouble.
Yeah.
If his regression, or if it happened or not, I guess it depends on your opinion. But if he's not like an absolute franchise quarterback, they're sunk. They're done.
Well, which is, again, it's a year-to-year thing.
But, I mean, Gabe, to your point about the schedule, though, I mean, if you look back now at last year's schedule, we didn't realize the Commanders were going to suck. We didn't realize that Detroit wasn't.
Yeah, but you got the Commanders when they didn't suck. You got the Commanders early in the year when they were still healthy and good.
Saying, you kind of called the Vikings with McCarthy because he's terrible. But there's another thing. Are they going to roll? Are they going to roll up? You did call it. I'll give you credit.
Thank you.
But are they going to roll it back with him next year? If they do, they're morons, which I hope they do. Denver, did we think Denver was going to be that good?
Nope. But again, that ultimately ends up being the thing. It's just such a year-to-year league.
Sure.
And the offseason matters more and more when you're trying to improve along those margins.
Mm-hmm.
But the core group of Packers that you mostly care, because most of the guys you care about, the one you probably care about the most is Quay. Right? Because you don't know what's behind him.
Yeah, he would be number one. Yeah.
Like, of the free agents that you don't know if they would be back, like he's number one.
Igabara if he's cheap.
Because I don't know how cheap he's going to be. You know how many sacks he had this year, Chew? Played all 17 games.
I know, but he wasn't. He was a low number guy because the other guy was a low number guy.
Yeah, but how many sacks did he have?
He probably had 1.5.
2.
I was close.
Like that. Like, again, I know we like the guy. I know he's got a fun nickname. He's been our guy. But like JJ.
What?
Yeah, he's JJ Engabare.
That constitutes a good nickname?
No, people like the nickname because it's from his childhood and things like that. Chew. But whatever. Like, he had 2 sacks.
Better.
Like, you have a nickname for him?
No, I said my nickname.
Oh, Chewy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Salad is better than that.
Okay. All right. So why salad keeps coming up today? I don't know. But like, if you can't replace 2 sacks, Chew, like, you should be able to replace that production on your defense.
Okay.
Over the course of 17 games, like his career high, he had 4.5 sacks last year. In 4 years, he's got 11.5.
I'm big on high energy.
And again, I think you can find high energy guys.
All right.
You're getting rid of the lowest energy guy.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, because you're going to need that money is the problem. You need that money. That dude stinks. He's
not
gone.
So sure.
You want to make it interesting? What do you want to bet?
Let me think about it.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up next.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HAWK to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HAWK to 321-321. That's HAWK to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
From office lunches to family celebrations, Cousin Subs has the crowd-pleasing catering you need. Choose from customizable party boxes, individual box lunches, fresh-baked cookies, and our classic party chips. Everything you need to satisfy any size group, big or small. Ordering is easy online or on the Cousins app, so you can focus on the fun, not the food. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1 day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
At Saturn Lounge, we know if your marketing actually worked, you would know. Your website would perform, not just exist. Your storytelling would inspire, not fall flat. Your integrated campaigns would create impact, not excuses. There'd be no refreshing dashboards, no waiting on a report to explain what happened. It's time to generate quality leads and turn them into customers. Let's make it happen with Saturn Lounge, your marketing partner for clear, measurable results. Visit us today at SaturnLounge.com. When marketing works, it shows.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
So you mentioned Super Bowls and parties and how they don't go hand in hand, which again is an absurd comment by you two, but it's just one of many on the show.
Dumber thing that Chewy has said this morning. Super Bowls and parties don't go hand in hand, or cheddar is not a top 10 cheese.
On 94.5 ESPN.
You've backtracked on that take, right?
What, cheddar?
Cheddar not a top 10 cheese?
I don't like yellow cheese.
But if it's a white cheddar, you're fine?
Yeah, white cheddar's fine. Yellow cheese. Yellow cheddar. Any kind of yellow cheese.
Why? Why does the color
Because
matter?
all they do is put an additive in it to make it yellow. Why? Why?
I don't know. You're the farmer. You tell me. You're supposed to know this stuff.
I guess because people eat it.
You're supposed to know this, Doug. You're supposed to be the farmer. You're supposed to be telling me these things.
Do they make a white cheese head? Because Swiss cheese is white. It's not yellow.
Yeah. I've seen some people that, like when the Packers went to their, what do they call it? The Arctic warning or winter warning, all white. I saw a couple people with white. I don't know if they just spray painted them white cheese heads.
Am I right or wrong? There's no yellow Swiss?
Not to my knowledge, no. I have never seen a yellow Swiss in the supermarket.
Okay. Fair enough. You made my point.
Swiss stinks.
Yeah. Generally speaking, yes. I would agree. I would agree with that take. Jen will be back tomorrow. Wilde and Tausch coming up next.
Southbound 43, we do have the left lane blocked with a crash. It's just south of Silver Spring. So be